Hey everyone, welcome to Black Culture Talks. I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems, here to share some more gems for you today in this video. Again, we're going to try to keep this brief. I thought about making this video and doing a live, but I will eventually do a live and have more people join and ask questions. But because, we're in a recession, people are losing their jobs. We're getting less money back in our tax returns. And, Beyonce tickets are on sale, as well as Future and Anita Baker and whoever else you may want to see. And so we're going to do a quick step-by-step process on how you can find money with your name on it, potentially money you didn't even know that you were owed. If you're in my Investing for Independence family, you know my story on how I was able to find over $4,000 some years ago that I totally did not know was out there by making an investment many years ago. The company went under or, went out of business. The brokerage company went out of business, but my money still kept growing. So a $900 investment many years ago was worth over $4,000 many years later. So I'm hoping that even if it's not 4,000, it may be more than that. But whatever the amount is, it will help you. This step-by-step tutorial will help you get your money back. It's your money. It's not anyone else's, and you need to get your money back. So let's go ahead and do a walkthrough on what you need to do in order to get your money, honey. So the first place you want to go is to unclaimed.org. And again, do yourself a favor, look for family members who may not have access to a computer or is not technologically savvy or may be ill and not able to. We went through a past few years of people just, still recovering, right? And so sharing is caring. And I want you guys to make sure, not only you, but your entire circle and community is able to benefit and get their money back. So at unclaimed.org, which is governed by the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators. You could read through all of this information later, but we're just going to get to the good stuff. And so let's go down to select your state or province. So once we click that, it's going to give you the option to pick from many states. I am going to start with New York. I'll do two examples just so you can see the difference if there's any. But yeah, New York, once you click New York, it takes you to the state comptroller's page, which is, overseen by the New York State Treasurer. And it, shares all the good news that there's 17 billion in lost money and 1.5 million is returned every day. There's still 17 billion sitting out there. And the sad truth is a lot of that money will never get claimed. And it's sad. And we as a community, Black and brown people, are affected, unfortunately, at higher rates by not having our system set in place to make sure that money is passed down to our heirs or friends and family, or having executors or your assets in a trust. So not to preach too much, we're on the New York page. We're just going to look to see what's there, claim status, search tips, forms, report unclaimed funds. So if you're an organization that is required to, like, banks are not allowed to just keep your money if you don't access it for some time. They have to report this information. And so let's just go to the search now button and see what pops up. So the first thing you get is a page that says search for lost money. And the only thing you need to do is put in a last name, which is beautiful, because if you have a unique last name, or if you even have a last name um, of someone that you know, but not sure if they had, what their first name was, but you knew where they lived, or you had more information about them other than their first name, this is a good way to search. So we're just going to go with an easy name. So I just chose Lisa Williams and hit search. And what will come up is a whole lot of Lisa Williams in the state of New York. Now, the way you can drill down on that, so it's 95. So it's a total of 95 Lisa Williams that are owed money in the state of New York. That's just Lisa Williams. Like, absolutely insane. So I'm just going to pick the second one, because this one has a dual. I'm just going to pick the second one. And if you choose claim, well, before I move on choosing claim, the good thing is when you're searching for other people's information, if you find this person and you know them, you don't have to call them. You can just share this information. If you have their email address, go ahead and send it. They'll know it came from you, because you'll put your information here. You'll put their information here. You'll put your first name, your last name, and then your email address, and hit send. And they will get an email sent to their email address with a link that, hey, someone has let us know that we owe you money, or you're owed money. Here's the forms, or here's the process that you have to take, or the steps you have to take to claim your money. So let's go ahead and hit claim, see what comes up. And it asks you a few questions. Are you the owner? If you say yes, and if you ever lived at 325 East Park Street, Albion, I don't know if that's supposed to say Albion. Anyway, that part of New York, you can go ahead and submit the claim online. There are ways to also submit if you are the heir, if you are the executor, if you are in any way connected legally to this Lisa Williams. It gives you more information about what is owed. It doesn't tell you how much, but it gives you more information. So Lisa Williams, where she lived at the time that this money was owed, the last known address, reported by the Highland Hospital of Rochester, reported as Lisa Williams. So if you know that she worked at or was connected to the Highland Hospital of Rochester in some way, it even gives you more confirmation to go ahead and share this with her. Or if it's you, who's owed the money, then it's more confirmation that, in fact, you are owed money. And it tells you outstanding checks issued to vendors and the year that it was reported. It also gives you a code that will be required when you fill out the claim. And so that's pretty much it. You can then, like I said, hit how to fill out a claim. If you're an individual, well, let's start at the top. If you're a business organization, if it's money from someone who's deceased and it's part of their estate, or you have heirs rights, then you can also fill out. If you're an individual, or if it's on behalf of another person, and you may in some way have legal representation for someone else, and it's a great way to also access their money. But of course, you're going to have to get things notarized with that person as well as with yourself, so that it's not just people out here claiming for other people. So yeah, so let's say it's individual. It takes you to another page. It's going to show you a video, walk you through how to claim, but it also breaks it down on how to submit your claim online. You can also submit by mail. If you attach the required documents, there's a link to show you what those documents are. And it's a great resource. And like I said, this is how I was able to find missing money that was due me, and also other people that I've helped in our investing class who are very thankful that they too were able to find money, not only for themselves, but people that they know. And so let's just do another state. Let me see. Okay, is this pulled up? Yeah, okay. So let's, I don't know. Oops. Select another state. Let's, instead of doing California, let's do Illinois. That's the middle of the road. Okay, so looking at the website for Illinois, very similar in the sense that you have the comptroller talking about how much they returned since 2015, over 1 billion in assets. And that just seems so small because they're still holding more than 3.5 billion dollars in unclaimed funds. Like, this hurts my heart. And we don't know what we don't know, and a lot of times, unfortunately, we just don't know. And so that's why I want you to share this with as many people as you think it may benefit. And it's also, they actually have an online chat system if you need that. We're not going to talk to Abe, so we're going to close that out, but we are going to hit get started. And then once you hit get started, it's similar to the New York page, right? And so it tells you to search for unclaimed property, enter a last name / business name in the search box. And if you want to narrow your search results, enter a first name, city, and or zip code. Not required. The only thing that's required is a last name or business name. But we're going to stick with Lisa Williams. And so we're going to hit enter or search and see what comes up. And it lets you know that there are over 250 unclaimed properties for Lisa Williams's, which is insane. Like, there's just money sitting out here. And I'm going to walk you through, because it looks like this site gives you a lot more information than the New York site, which I love. So it's going to give you the owner's name, the owner's address, last known address, including the state, the zip code, and who reported it. Also, the amount for that claim. So we'll see, most of them will say under 100, but there could be multiple, multiple under 100s, and that can all add up. It will tell you how many people are associated with this missing money, and it's a sole owner. It will also give you identification number, and it will tell you the property type. So let's just see, it goes from AT&T Services, Charter Communications, MetaBank, excuse me, State Farm Mutual Automobile, QVC, Comcast Cable, Sherwin-Williams, State Farm Mutual, Haynes Brands, like Morgan Stanley. Oh my gosh, Frontier Communications Corp. A lot of banks you'll see, and insurance companies will be listed here. And so, yeah, I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And so 250 Lisa Williamses, or 250 checks are due for Lisa Williamses. There may only be 50 Lisa Williamses. Who knows? But yeah, that's the best way to get started. You want to get started at the state level. And you want to, let me remove this. Hold on one second. So you want to get started at the state level, and you want to check each and every state that you may have lived in, the person may have lived in, and ask questions. Others, if you don't know for sure, okay, outside of Chicago or outside of Illinois, have you lived in any other states? Did you do business with businesses in other states, and make sure you drill down at that level. I want us to get our money, y'all. That's the purpose of this video. I don't want it to be too long and drawn out. Like I said, I'll come back and do a live video soon and just walk through, if people want me to help them, look for names or whatever, we'll do that as well. But I want us to get our money. It's our money, period. Exclamation point. And we need it. We all need it. We all can use a few more coins nowadays. And so if this was helpful to you, please share with a friend. Also, do me a favor, like this video. I appreciate every like, every comment, and it helps Google or YouTube push it out to more people. And so, and if you have questions, as always, check put it in the question section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And without further ado, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Thanks for tuning in.